Petersen joins me in the commentary box.
Professor, I've been promoted. Well, it's not the first time he's been synchronised with the dancers, something that he did a couple of European tours ago, but Devon Petersen, popular as ever. And is it any wonder we always see him on an evening session, because he always gets the crowd going.
Yeah, nicknamed the Spartan, Devon Petersen. Perhaps it should be the Entertainer, or should just be Dancing Devon.
Yeah, I think we've got a contrast in styles here. I mean, Matthew Dennant is quite reserved, keeps himself to himself, quiet young lad, really likeable. But Devon, likeable also, but in a totally different way. Extremely confident, and his way of going around darts venues and on the stage is incredibly infectious.
Yeah, it's fair to say that we've seen much more of Devon Petersen in recent years than we have of Matthew Dennant, although he's only 24 years old. It's only his second appearance on a European Tour stage. The last one 3 years ago in Gibraltar.
Looks like Matthew to throw first. Game on.
Matthew Dennant, he entered all 6 UK Open qualifiers. He does have a tour card. Didn't win a penny in those, but he has made a couple of last 32 stages on the Pro Tour this year, grabbing himself £1,000 for each of those. That's what he's on here, but if he wins this, it would effectively be his biggest payday.
60.
That's amazing. I think what Matthew's trying to do at the moment is just gather experience, and being on this kind of stage is going to give you experience that you just can't get anywhere else. And you're playing against someone in Devon Petersen who has a really good record winning at this stage in the European Tour. He's done quite well this year. I remember him beating Andy Jenkins in Dusseldorf, a game he probably shouldn't have won, but he actually did. Took advantage of his chance.
60.
He didn't drop a leg in qualifying. Steve Hine and Stuart Kellett, both whitewashed by Devon Petersen.
100.
Last week he got a win again. Kevin Painter he beat at this stage, 6-1, but then lost out to Simon Whitlock by the same scoreline.
Yeah, it was a bizarre game that against Kevin Painter.
44.
And, you know, I will forever remember the 136 shot that he went for, 60-60, hit double 11, and the double 11 fell out.
95.
As long as I live, I will never forget that moment. It was just unbelievable in the full sense of the word.
45. Devon, you require 146.
146 required now. But he's got a bit of breathing space to clear it up, and this is against a throw in the opening leg.
Yeah, maybe Matthew's just a little bit edgy, bit nervous, just getting used to the stage, used to the temperature. But you mentioned Devon's qualification. I can't ever remember seeing someone whitewash 2 people to get through. That in itself is an incredible achievement. Well, Petersen now has to go for the bullseye. Well,
56.
He won't think that's a good dart.
92.
So Matthew can steal now if he can find a 25 and a 17.
Sensible. Bull.
67.
Well, he gave it
Devon, you
plenty meat.
require 32.
Well, now it was a good miss before on the bullseye.
He shot in the first
18,
leg.
left double
Devon
16.
Petersen.
Yeah, penny for your thoughts, Devon.
Second leg, Devon to throw first.
You won the leg, but a
Game
little
on.
bit of a twist in the old smile when he hit that, as if to say, come on, Devon, what are you playing at? You've got to think Devon will go into this match
84.
as a favourite. So it's important for Matthew to get on that stage and enjoy himself and just find out where he is, and don't put too much pressure on yourself. In these cases, a lot of players go up there and think, well, you know, I can go and win this tournament, and that's not a bad attitude. But essentially,
97.
a lot of people, when they're nervous and they're under pressure for the first time, or in Matthew's case, the second time, they forget to enjoy themselves and they put themselves under too much pressure.
140.
What he doesn't have to forget is that he's a good player. He can go up there, play his natural game, what he's been playing in the practice room, and let that shine.
60.
Well, he beat James Hubbard and John Henderson to get here, so 2 good players there. He didn't have the luxury of 6-0 whitewashes like Devon. Both of those going to last leg deciders.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. I mean,
138.
it couldn't be more contrasted if you actually tried. I mean, James Hubbard's a hard game, and we will see James in Sindelfingen next week, which is great for him. Really looking forward to seeing him play.
And 130.
And Hendo 6-5, which that is a proper win, because John Henderson is a stupendous dart player.
Well, roles reverse in the first two legs of this match because it's looked as if the player
90.
who hasn't had the throw has had it. Tidy leg from the scholar.
Yeah, very much so. School might be out, so I tell you what.
140.
All he wants to
Matthew
go out
Record
is this
40.
double. And he's going to have to hit now because he is under pressure. Yeah, very tidy indeed.
Matthew Dennant.
1-1.
Third leg,
And we're
Matthew
back
to
on
throw
throw.
first. Game on.
And when you look at Matthew, quite a slight young fella. Not the tallest of people, but I tell you what a lovely throw he's got. Definitely
81.
one of those throws out there that you can copy.
Yeah, from the Midlands, won his tour card at Q School at the start of this year, which we know is a difficult
60.
task in itself.
Yeah, look at this. Straight up, back and forward. There's not a lot that can go wrong with that. I've been watching this throw for a
87.
good couple of years now, and I'm a big fan of it. Oh, look at Devon. Yeah, that's what he's after.
182.
And Devon needs to impose himself on this match because with that really good leg
96.
that Matthew had in the last one, he's found his rhythm. It looks like Devon has found his range.
Well, it's gone break, and it's
140.
looking likely to continue that trend. As Petersen leaves 1-2-1 after 9 darts thrown.
140.
Yeah.
Record 121.
A lot to admire about that throw. 51 and Bull again. Will he be closer?
96.
Well, it is closer.
Matthew Record 97.
It might be in vain.
Treble 19. Oh, he's gone into the treble 3. It leaves 88. Could have still gone out, but now he can't because he didn't find the treble 20. And Petersen
49. W Record
has
25.
options.
Option is not to miss the big number. Now it's double 4.
17.
So he's gifted Matthew Dennant an
Record
opportunity
48.
at 48. Now we'll find out where he wants to go. Is he a tops man or is he a 16s man? He's a 16s man. Can he hit it? Yes, he
In
can.
charge in the third leg, Matthew
And
Dennant.
that's a big hold.
Fourth leg, Devon to throw first.
Breaks the mould of the game because, like you say, Murph, it was break. Now it's break, hold.
57.
After all that, we are on throw. But yeah, 57 off for Petersen. Dennant looking like a potential spoiler here.
30.
The scholar, the spoiler,
The Spartan.
same amount of syllables.
140.
Wonder what Matthew's dancing skills are like.
100.
I'll have to ask him after the match.
Hey, we may find out if he gets to 6 legs.
Well, one person who's danced on that stage is Simon Whitlock in a very,
60.
very famous game against Jamie Caven. That's about the most dancing you'll ever get out of Simon Whitlock, being 9-3 down and winning.
Yeah, we mentioned that one in
100.
the coverage of Jamie Caven's game. He came very close to being on the wrong end of a shock. Kevin Munch, but all the way
45.
to a last leg. Munch missed a dart for the match. Kevin took out a 95 finish.
That was a great shot, and I was saying to Dan Dawson after the match that was a professional
58.
shot. When you're a professional dart player, that's what you do. You get 95, you take 95, and you spoil people's dreams. That's what we're supposed to do.
59.
Yeah, it was one of those matches that it didn't have the sky averages, but it was fantastic to watch. Thrilling battle.
It had the crowd, it had Kevin Munch, who we haven't seen for a while, and it's great to have him back
60.
because
Devon,
he
you
can
recall
seriously
140.
play.
Petersen wants 140 now. Can he put one alongside that? He can. Double 10 for a
Team
massive
shot
finish
to
from
full
Devon
play.
Petersen.
Devon
140
Petersen.
check out. And it's
Devon Matthew
2-2.
to throw
Great
first.
darts from Devon.
Game on.
Yeah, absolutely. That double 10 was right in the middle of the bat. Wow. Sweet spot city.
100.
Well, Devon Petersen is one seriously gifted dart player. Has hit a 9-darter on the circuit,
80.
and there's not many players can say that, really, in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, back in May at a Players' Championship event. Devon Petersen struck perfection.
46.
Ian White awaits the winner of this one.
Yeah, it's fair to say that Ian White won't be dancing on stage. That's not his style.
92.
He's too ice cool for that. He saves his dancing for holidays.
$99.
If you were Matthew Dennant, after getting your tour card and picking up a few wins, and obviously getting here this week is a big thing for him,
60.
what would you classify as a successful season?
Yeah, it's a tricky one, that, because we looked
58.
at his results this season. A couple of times he's got to the last 32s, and winning this match could end up being a successful season. And like we said, it
96.
eclipsed his biggest payday so far of his career. It can be those margins, one match, make the difference in the whole season.
It could well do, and that has been the case for people in the past.
35.
Maybe it's baby steps for Matthew, and the fact that he's got time on his side, that's probably the right approach.
He looks pretty competent, pretty comfortable
59.
here.
Matthew requires
And
63.
he wants 63 to edge ahead. Double 16.
31.
Yeah, right, there's really no
Matthew
rough edges in his game.
114.
He looks calm, cool and collected.
Will Devon get a shot? 54 he wants, 54 he gets. And he's out, 114.
Devon Petersen.
Well, touch of class from the man from South Africa.
Well, he's just followed 140 with 114. Fabulous finishing.
Flag Devon to throw first.
Dennant missed one
Game
dart, doubling all that.
Yeah, it is hot up there. All you've got to do is look at the brow of the Spartan.
140.
Spartans are used to competing in the Colosseum, and it is hot in here. But you will find that dart players like it to be warm as opposed to a little bit cold, because that way their arm is very free, the muscles don't seize up.
Yeah, that was a break of throw as well for
60.
Petersen. So it could be a really pivotal leg in this match.
I might have said it already,
60.
but there's just so much to admire about Matthew Dennant's throw. I think there are improvements that can be made, obviously. He's only a kid.
100.
Can't believe I'm saying he's only a kid and he's 24. How old am I?
Well, Devon's got a more awkward looking throw. Talk us through that one.
98.
Well, there's no backlift. It's about 2 inches of backlift, whereas a lot of guys, Matthew's a great example, brings it all the way back to the
96.
face. Even the flight may touch the cheek. But with Devon, we don't have that. What we have is a 180 here, maybe.
180.
And he needed that.
Yeah, it puts pressure on. He's just had 140 and 114. Is 105 going to go? No, it's not. So all of a sudden, Matthew Dennant will get a shot at 63. The
57.
same finish he had
Matthew
left
63.
in the previous leg.
Oh,
This time he gets a treble.
2 12s.
Clean
as you like.
flag. Matthew Dennant.
And a little bit of a snarl.
Seven flag.
Come on,
Matthew
young
to
man.
throw
Yeah,
first.
I like it.
Game on.
But go back to what you're saying about Devon's throw. Very steady, on his feet, no backlift, but a lot of force going forward.
60.
And he's always been like that. It's all forward motion. There's a lot of shoulder in the shot,
60.
but it works. I think you've got to have shoulder in the shot as well when there's no backlift.
Just looked like the scales were tilting in Devon Petersen's favour, but that
81.
63 checkout from Matthew Dennant was an immediate break back and has restored parity, and we cannot call it just yet.
No,
100.
not at all. There's been a lot of toing and froing in this match so far, so it'd be wrong of us to say that there's a clear favourite, because at the moment there definitely isn't.
135.
Well, Devon Petersen knows he's in a game now, because Matthew Dennant has actually shown some fighting spirit. Mind you, on the flip side, so has
60.
Devon with those 2 big finishes.
Yeah, it's a good old battle, this one.
48.
I'm of the thought processes as well, looking at how their qualification panned out, that Matthew Dennant has got some guts.
100.
When you're playing good players like Hubbard and Henderson, and you can edge both of them 6-5, you can obviously take a bit of a punch and still come back swinging yourself.
Yeah, obviously can play in important legs, and it could go to that in this match as well, and maybe could draw on that experience.
Yeah.
Although it was a couple of months
60.
ago the qualifiers played for
Review
these
requires
events.
77.
But he's got to remember the experience of winning in that scenario. This is double 10.
Team shot to the 7th leg, Matthew Dennant.
I mentioned
Evening
earlier in the
Dennant
match
to throw
with
first.
Devon's 140 that the double 10 was right in the middle of the bat. Well, so was that one from Matthew Dennant. 4-3 Dennant. And this game's still
100.
on.
The last 4 legs, Petersen took out 140 and 114, and Dennant responded with 63 and 77.
Yep, we're getting a bit of a finishing clinic here.
We're getting a bit of a scoring one too.
140.
I think with Matthew's game, he's gradually got better over the course of this match. Found his way a bit edgy to start with, but now
95.
he's in the groove. And Devon Petersen is behind the 8 ball now.
Both averaging mid-80s. Devon's been at that level kind of all match.
85.
Dennant has just upped in the last few minutes.
That is where Petersen needs to stay. That 60's begging to be hit there,
100.
and he'll be disappointed with that. He really will be.
I would see solid finishing, as we just spoke about.
59.
Well, if you kids at home are practicing your finishing and you keep stats like some websites and apps do,
100.
that's what you should be aiming for these days. 50% is the magic number.
Or get the pen and paper out, Paul. Nothing wrong with that.
100. You go
Nothing wrong with
106.
old school stuff.
So is one of these checkouts going to go? Well, 15 scored. So Dennant will get a shot at the 117.
74. Matthew go 117.
Ooh, this will be a kick in the stones. 57. Tops for 5-3.
97.
Oh, and I bet that looked good.
You require
It
32.
was not far away at all. Petersen for parity. Green bit required. The red bit to the north.
16.
Oh boy.
Matthew required 20.
Matthew Dennant thinks it's Christmas. Now he's just got to unwrap the present. He does like double 10.
Team
there's
shot in the
another
8th
piece of
leg,
evidence
Matthew Dennant.
Show that. Wow. 5-3.
9th leg,
This
Matthew
game
to
has
throw
been turned on
first.
its head
Game
in the last 10 minutes.
He's improved as this game has gone on, Matthew Dennant, and now he finds himself throwing for the match.
So it's all different now. He's given himself the
96.
opportunity. Now you've got to get past the line. On a big stage, when it's hot, in front of a lot of Germans
44.
who really want good performances.
Petersen seemingly struggling in the heat.
Matthew doesn't look like he's struggling at all. He looks pretty comfortable up there.
43.
Even when he's had a somewhat dodgy shot there, doesn't seem to be fazed by it. And Devon
60.
seems to be outside that 60 a bit more than he wants to be now.
Yeah, a bit of a scrappy start to this leg.
46.
So we're getting to that stage of the match where either Matthew is going to probably win this 6-3 easily, or Devon's going to come back at him just like that, and he's going to make it difficult for Matt.
Had a similar comeback against Andy Jenkins in
84.
Dusseldorf. Devon Petersen. So
Yeah.
again, experience to draw on.
Oh, good
105.
dart from Devon Petersen. Great maths. Good execution. Matthew's got to look at this as well. Yep. 20s now. Oh,
96.
that'll
Still
do, young man.
170.
170 for Devs. Set it up with a bowler of 54. It's not the end of the
94.
world, but Dennant can win the match
Matthew
now.
136.
Yeah, this is for the match. 2 trebles and a double required. Will he be back with another shot in this leg? Petersen requires
60. Devon, you require
76.
76.
Should get at least 1 dart at a double. Does. And that double is double top.
56.
And he's missed it. So the 76
Matthew
just missed by
requires
Petersen is what
76.
Matthew Dennant requires to win his first match on the European Tour.
Matthew Dennant, you require tops for the match. Oh, he's gone left.
46.
Oh,
Devon, you
so
require
close.
20.
Now, Devon, you've got to break his heart with double 5. He's only hit this just now. And he's got it.
Game shot to the ninth flag.
third dart
Devon
City.
Petersen.
Oh, that'll sting.
Well, he enjoyed
10th flag,
that.
Devon to throw
And
first.
Petersen now
Game on.
throwing to take us to a decider.
Clever, you know, that he's hit that double five. Really, really good. Third dart will hurt Matthew. And that little scream when he hit it,
93.
just a way of getting rid of some tension. I like that.
Is it also a way of saying I've got you?
Not yet.
60.
Well, it says I'm coming for you. Because, like you say, that recent experience in Dusseldorf, not even 2 months ago,
119.
more like 6 to 7 weeks ago, you know, he was in that exact same position. He was there to be beaten, got the opportunity, and he took it.
60.
Well, the Spartan looking to survive a scare.
60.
Now, it's looking likely that we're going to go to 11th leg, unless,
100.
well, he wanted more. He needs to rely on mistakes from the South African now, and he's not going to get them, you know.
96.
Too much pressure on for Matthew Dennant to break to win this match in this leg. However, it's going to need to be another 6-5 by the looks of it,
Devon, you record 133.
if he's going to go through and play in white.
He just wants to tidy this up.
47.
He would have hoped for slightly better than that.
Slightly. Now, Matthew can pressurise him. If he hits another one of those, wants another. Gets another.
140.
Now there's pressure on this
Devon, you
86.
require
Well,
86.
he may only get a shot of the bullseye here. He'll be looking at 18s, and he's not even gone for the treble there, has he? Second dart he seems to have. Bullseye. It's
61.
close, but Dennant will get darts
Devon, you require
for the win.
Well, he wanted tops before. He needs tops again. Not close this time.
20.
So that's 3 match darts gone.
Devon, you require 25.
Devon Petersen, how many lives do you want?
Well, finish line fever for Matthew Dennant. And will the scholar learn a harsh lesson here?
Well,
Petersen wants double 8. He's moving all over the hockey to try and find a clear route.
Game
And he's
shot
found one.
to the 10th flag.
5-5, we're going all the way here.
11th and final leg, Matthews, who throw first. Game on.
well, big breath. And now it's sudden death.
Sudden death specialist, as we've mentioned, Matthew Dennant.
59.
Well, we're about to find out. I don't care who you are. Sudden death in a best of 11 is difficult. And when you've got the throw,
100.
the pressure's on you. Because you should win the match from that position.
Well, Petersen narrowly wins the first exchange.
41.
Well, he's already got the throw.
Just one dart in the treble. He'd love another. He gets another.
140.
And Devon Petersen is closing in now, making his move right at the finish line.
It's pure experience. That's all it is.
48.
He's been in this situation a lot. On this stage as well. He's been in World Cups with many a partner. This feeling
60.
is nothing new. That's what I'm trying to say. For Matthew Dennant, this is a new sensation.
That's a perfect dart. He's followed it. What a time to fire in a 180. Just reminding Devon Petersen that this is not over yet, pal.
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere.
41.
Oh, it's pretty even now. Matthew Dennant kind of back in the driving seat if he can hit a treble here. Oh boy,
34.
follow the 180 with something
Devon, you require
that he will want to
160.
forget.
Well, 160. We've had some decent finishes so far, none this high. 140 the highest from Devon
45. Devon, you
Petersen.
require 139.
Dennant requires 139.
One of the hardest finishes in the book. He's got to put a hole in it. That'll do.
68. Devon, you require
Only the possibility of one
150.
dart at a double for Petersen. 115. He's got the treble.
18 and tops for the match. This is his first match start,
75.
and he might need another one, providing
Matthew requires 71.
little Matthew Dennant doesn't hit 71.
Well, he's got 65 left. 15 for the bullseye. Oh,
46.
So close, but yet so far.
4 match
Devon,
darts.
you require 40.
Can't argue with that. He's had 4 match darts. 4 chances to take the match out. Devon needs only one more.
And the match.
And it's 6-5 to Devon Petersen. Matthew Dennant, a fantastic effort. He's got to look forward because this is a great experience for him.
Yeah, a couple of 6-5 matches in a row. Some fantastic clashes here in Mulheim. It's Petersen that progresses. We will see the German #1 next. Matt Top takes on Vincent van der Voort. We'll hear from Devon Petersen in a moment. Join us again shortly for another fantastic match here at the European Darts Trophy.
Morgen bekommt es mit der Nummer 7 der Setzliste zu tun, mit Ian White. Applaus für The Scholar Matthew Dennant. Er hatte seine Chancen, er hat sie leider nicht genutzt. Devon, congratulations. Interesting match. That was very close.
Yeah, I think I missed a few and I started quite slow in that game. I've been working on my throw and it's coming through slowly but surely. But I just think Matthew is definitely one for the future. You know, he played very well, close when he had to, and I just took my chances when he was missing, and it comes with experience, I guess. And I've lost many a game like that, and I'm glad to win it tonight.
That's what I wanted to ask. Is it a question of experience on that stage?
I think it is. I mean, I've lost, like I said, I've been playing 3 years on tour, and I've lost many a game like that where you should be winning and you're not. I credited Matthew. He played very well, and unfortunately, he's not the victor tonight. But he'll learn soon to come that in games like that, you just learn. I mean, losing you learn. So I just hope for him to he just looks back and sees that you should be starting here, not me, but unlucky, pal, and next time, hopefully, he'll be the winner.
Ian White is your next opponent tomorrow, number 7 seeded. We all know how good he is.
I don't really care about seeds. It's all about the day. Today was kind of like, I've been working very hard. Ian White's a good player. I've beat him a few times. He's beat me. And the last time he played, he beat me 6-2, I think. But it won't be the same. I don't think it's going to be the same result, I hope, at least. Yeah, but I'm hoping to pull one on him this time. And I'll definitely be ready tomorrow.
Great. See you tomorrow again. Thank you very much. Devon Petersen.